Hello, everyone, and welcome to Scarred Lands, A Family Affair, Season 2, Episode 5, The Deepest Sky. If you are watching this live and you notice any technical or audio issues, please let us know. We're using a slightly different setup due to the sudden and untimely death of one of my hard drives. Rest in peace, Zetamore. So I had to rebuild some things. You'll also notice we have a swank new overlay. Yay! Everything's pretty. If you look real close, you'll see there's some Dead Man's Rust imagery in there. Dead Man's Rust is currently available on Backer Kit. If you look up Dead Man's Rust Backer Kit, you should be able to find the link. You can pre-order it. You can get, I think pre-orders get instant access or access within 24 hours to the manuscript. So you can start running Dead Man's Rust at your table today. I'm going to go ahead and have everyone just give us a real quick who you are, pronouns, who you're playing, because we might have some new folks tuning in as a result of Onyx PathCon, which was a big fun time. So thank you all if you're here from watching that. Appreciate you. So we're going to start with Jedryn. Please just give us who you are, who you're playing, pronouns, and then we'll move on. We'll do our full outros at the outro.
Okay. Hi, my name is Fran Stewart. My pronouns are she, her. I'm playing Jedryn, the long-suffering halfling rogue. Pronouns also she, her. I'm the middle kid in the family, and that's about all you need to know about my character.
Excellent. Triss, pertinence, please.
Hi, I'm Sarah Stewart. I'm she, they. I play Triss, a Slitherin or rat folk druid. She, her. Triss is the youngest in the family, but the wisest in theory. but the one who probably gets them into trouble. No, I lied.
Love it.
I'll say it's tied for that one.
Zopa, let's get your pertinence, please.
Hey there, I'm Jeremy Hochhalter, he, him, or hey, you. I'm playing Zopa, she, her. She is a Sutorenja or dragon person rogue.
Excellent. Cheshire.
So I am Chaz, he, him, playing Cheshire. Also he, him. He's also a Sutorenja. I think he is the second oldest. Once was a fighter who thought he had magic, and now he's a warlock, so he actually has magic, and that's kind of odd.
That is kind of hot. I dig it. Millie, please, your pertinence.
Hello, my name is Ayli. My pronouns are she, her. I play Millie, the Tiefling Ranger, whose pronouns are she, they. And she's the bloodthirsty one in the group.
Very much so, yes.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Gix. Who are you and your pronouns, please?
I'm Tric, or the hair trick, because cosmic horror and puns are hilarious. I am he, him, just as Korggix is, and Korggix is a 8-foot-tall Scrag with Adonis cheeks. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
That is true.
And they are very bullheaded, and they try to do with their bullheadedness what they think is right, and they try and help as much as possible, but usually doesn't work out.
Excellent.
I wouldn't say that.
Now, at the end of the last session, you all had gone along with a visiting sage traveler, chief metallurgist of King Philip II of Spain, Vistani by the name of Giancarlo Villalobos. Giancarlo had taken you on a shortcut through the dark dread domain of Markovia to try to get you to the cave where you could return the Star of Chaos as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, while you were in Markovia, you were attacked by some elevated people cats. Some sort of Island of Dr. Moreau-ish, one might say Moravian, monsters. You see what wizards did there? Sometime during that fight, Millie, who is in fact a planar ranger, drew upon the power of the multiverse to make an attack, and it went very poorly. Sort of clutching this divine artifact that Millie carries as a weapon. One of two divine artifacts Millie carries as a weapon. channeling this multiversal energy through it, it wound up sort of slicing a hole in the mists of Ravenloft and unceremoniously dumping you into a random plane of existence. Now, I had you roll a percentile last session, and I did let you know that you made it clear of the dread domains, which was great news, but you didn't know exactly where you wound up. So now you're about to find out where you wound up. There's a flash of light, and you all suddenly feel a slight moisture as if you're passing through mist once again, but this mist is a little bit colder. That moisture is immediately followed by a strong sensation of wind. Wind passing you. Wind passing your face at a very, very high rate of speed.
Passing in which direction? Like this way?
This way.
Like that way? Yeah, that's what I was worried you were going to say.
And you see something below you, something that it looks big and round.
Oh,
I think I'm going to call it ground. So I've just gone ahead and taken the liberty of rolling some initiatives for you. Jedryn, I would like you to please, if you don't mind, give me an Arcana check. And let's do this. Now,
An Arcana check. This will be hilarious.
Yeah, and now among your siblings, you are relatively unique in that I don't believe you've ever left Skarn on a planar perspective aside from this last jaunt to the Dread Domains, right? So you're going to go ahead and make this check at disadvantage.
Because of course. All right. Let's do this thing. I'm proud of this plan. I am glad to be a part of it. I am rolling a 6.
Excellent. So as you look over, oh, that sucks because the other one was a natural 20. I know, right? It's terrible.
Waste one of my crits.
You look over and you see Zopa's robes flapping in the wind, and you realize that you are falling at an incredible rate of speed. You also clock that the wagon is falling. You see all your siblings on the other side of the wagon, and as you're looking around, one thing does occur to you, that despite you all being of different sizes and different relative masses, you realize you're all kind of falling at the same rate of speed. So I mean that's good. You come upon a theory of physics while you're falling. So good for you.
Well, no, theoretically. so what that would imply, if Jedryn was smart enough to actually comprehend this, would be that we were falling in a vacuum. Because
or that at least that the air that you're passing through is
extremely thin.
Yeah, absolutely thin.
So
thin enough so as not to create enough wind resistance.
Wow. So it's like chicken 6 ways. It's death 6 ways. Got it. Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, first I'm going to scream, "We're falling!"
Excellent.
Not
Everyone.
the F word I expected you to use there.
I would like everyone to make a perception check, please. You may make those perception checks at disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
Does it involve hearing?
It does involve hearing.
So then I take it at
normal. Yep.
Yeah.
I guess I can use my bonus action to hide.
That's a hot 7.
Excellent. So we got a 14 out of Millie. Millie, you can make out the words. We've got... and what did you get, Triss? Did you roll?
I tried to roll. It's being annoying. I got initiative. I don't know perception. I don't know why I didn't take it. Okay, I'll do it again. Come on, send a chat.
You having a tech behavior?
I'm having a tech behavior. Do you want me to roll manually and just tell you?
Yeah. If you got math rocks next to you.
I always have math rocks next to me.
I have miniature math rocks that I carry in my purse. I had somebody on Imgur actually ask me to prove it, so I took photographs, and he was like, "You are as a goddess."
All right, so you can make out the words too. The rest of you all just make out. You can't quite make out what's being said. So Millie and Triss here were falling. Everybody else hears. Cheshire, what would you like to do?
I mean, this is par for the
Wait a
course at
minute.
this
Speaking
time.
as a free action, I get other actions.
Yes, but you said you were going to hide, right? I mean, like, there's nowhere-
I'm gonna use my full movement to swim in place because I can't fucking move in the air. Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide.
I'll allow it. You're flailing around in a mad
Cheshire,
panic.
now you may go.
So since I have no clue what's going on, I will also, I guess, look outside
All right.
to see where we are.
Well, if I recall correctly, and please someone correct me if I'm wrong, you all had made your way to the exterior due to the nature of the fight you were in. So you're all kind of around the outside of the wagon, which is following with you.
I thought some of us had climbed in the back.
You had, and then you had fallen back out, and like there was a lot of in and out. So
Yeah.
Okay.
for the purposes of our adventure, we're just going to assume you were all not inside the wagon.
Gotcha. I'm gonna look down at the ground.
You look down and you see not much of nothing.
Not
You see a
much.
little bitty round configuration of something.
Like way in the distance.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
That's Cheshire does a lot of things. Very little bit of it is useful though.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It looks, as far as you can tell, there is nothing but sky in every direction except for this little rock, maybe, that's down there that's getting bigger as you get close, as you continue to fall.
Okay. Cheshire has been lots of places. Can he do some kind of Arcana check to see like where are
You
we
can.
now?
You can. You'll make it just a straight Arcana check.
None of you have feather fall.
Because some of us aren't casters.
I mean, I thought about taking levitate, maybe.
Warlocks don't have featherfall.
You're not sure.
Okay.
You are 90% sure that you are in a realm known as the deepest sky.
Okay.
This is, if in fact that's where you are, it's the elemental plane of air, and it is where all of the jinn are imprisoned.
Well, where all the air jinn are in prison.
The air jinn, right?
So then I will grab the closest person to me and
You currently have 3 siblings and one. I'm not sure how you feel about Nikki, but they're all within grabbing range of you. So which one would you like to grab?
I think I'll grab Millie because I don't know Nikki that well. Yeah, we'll go with Millie and be like, "Deepest sky, do you know anything about this?" And then I'll just kind of.
Millie, make a perception check with advantage, please.
Ooh.
Something sky. What was the first word?
Something sky? What?
But like swimming and down, you go swim, but like down swim. Is that that's not helpful?
We are going down, yes.
Yeah, but like, and so I'll spend the next turn like no deep, like like there's shallow water and then there's deep water. Like that's just my next.
Korggix. What would you like to do?
Well, I assume we're falling.
Yes.
Based on what's going on. So, but can I see ground or is it water?
You don't see any water. That's for sure. Give me a perception check if you don't mind.
Oh. Hold on, I'm here. Yep. It took the first rolls and then logged me out immediately. 1 second.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, it let me roll and it was like, nope, that was your 1 roll per login. If you could come back. There we go. 7.
Hey, yeah, I mean, looks like there's a pebble, maybe like a zirconium or something down there floating. You're not even sure if that's ground.
Oh.
This happened to me after a particularly unlucky grenade toss in a Halo multiplayer game one time. It did not end well.
Gix isn't the smartest tool in the shed, so they think that if I can see what we're falling into faster, then I can make a better choice. So I'm going to haste myself and then try and angle myself straight at the ground.
All right, so you're gonna try to
Face first, like skydive.
Everybody, use your dailies. Maybe one of them will work.
All right,
I mean, if I can figure out if we're going in the water, I'll be ecstatic. Otherwise,
you cast haste, which gives you another action. You use that action to sort of turn yourself, and you do zip right past everybody else.
Shit.
nice.
So you will, as of right now, you are arriving one turn prior to everyone else.
Hell yeah.
The wagon will take this opportunity to continue falling. Millie, no pressure, but I need you to go ahead and give me a nature check. You may have advantage. Oh, are you muted, or were you just under your mic's threshold? Or were you just not talking?
I think I was just under the mic's threshold. I should
Oh, natural 20. Okay, so you recognize we're in the deepest sky. The way this is an airplane, and the way that the plane of air works is you decide which way is down. So as long as you can keep concentration on that and sort of control that and keep your wits about you, you can use that to stop. You can use that to change direction. You can effectively fly. It's very simple. It's really just a matter of throwing yourself at the ground and missing. So you now have a fly speed equal to your regular speed.
Okay, I'm gonna shout. We're not falling! We're flying! And then I'm going to attempt to demonstrate that.
All right, Millie just stops. As the rest of
us go.
continue barreling.
And I'm still holding on to Cheshire.
I like how everybody says bye to Millie, but I just fucking dart away and everybody's like, there he goes again. At least we got a good view. Because, you know, the cheeks are up. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to do besides the stopping, Millie?
No, I'm just gonna keep trying to show my siblings that you can fly.
All right, Zopa, and everyone else, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
This worked this time.
So, Korggix, Millie stopped. Well, you don't even notice Millie. You just are like, I got this. Zopa, you hear that. Jedryn, you do not.
Yeah.
Cheshire?
I rolled a 23 manually.
Okay, you hear that as well.
And while I try to make this work.
Zopa, what would you like to do while we're waiting for Cheshire to either roll some math rocks for perception?
My roll's above Zopa's.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. You absolutely do not hear.
I thought Millie was still holding on to me.
I am.
She is. You just have no idea what she's saying. You know she's not falling.
What?
Wait,
Surgery.
so you're hanging from her arms now?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I'm still being like deep, because I have no clue what's going on.
So Zopa, you do hear this.
Okay. I'm going to look around at everyone else and notice that pretty much everyone caught that or is already saved by Millie. But what is Nikki doing? Because she's the only one that I didn't see a roll for.
Right now, Nikki, it looks like she's still confused and stunned.
Okay. So since Jedryn is next to me, I'm going to reach out and grab her.
Okay.
And then I'm going to like aim, and I'm not really sure how to fly, so I'm just going to like try to aim myself and essentially land on top of the war wagon, and then like anime run across the war wagon and try and grab Nikki and pull her over on top of it.
All right. So to reiterate exactly what you said,
Yeah.
you're going to try to fly over to the war wagon, but you're not quite sure how to fly.
Yeah, I'm just going to, I mean, she didn't flap or anything, so I'm just going to like aim myself and hope with all of my hoper.
Excellent. Give me let's do an wisdom saving throw.
I could do that maybe. Or, you know, not.
You miss. It becomes very clear to you as you grab a hold of Jedryn, unless Jedryn is resisting.
I don't have any way to resist.
Excellent. It occurs to you as you grab Jedryn and slam into the side of the wagon that there's some part of this that you are missing. And you and Jedryn both take 4 levels.
It wasn't the war wagon.
4 hit points of bashing of bludgeoning damage, I should say.
Okay.
And so that wasn't the right way to do this. You bounce off and are still falling.
How close is that rock that seems to be getting bigger?
Looks like you got a while still.
Okay.
I'll give you.
Thanks.
Let me move a couple of tokens out of the way for you so you can see. Oh, and I didn't realize this was still turned on. Let me turn that off so you can kind of just get an idea.
Oh, yeah, sky, yeah.
So you see that? You see this right here?
It was kind of better being in the dark house, I won't lie.
All right. So that will bring us to yes, Narf, I literally did go through 3 systems trying to find the words for the damage. It's been a long weekend. All right, so Triss, what would you like to do?
I remember how to fly because I used to be a manticore in my past life.
Okay, so you're going to turn to a manticore?
I'm going to leverage that to try to fly my way to the thing. And I want to try to get to the horse.
Are you going to try to fly like a manticore, or are you going to try to fly because you remember being a manticore?
I'm going to try to fly because I remember being a manticore, not like a manticore because I'm not a manticore right now. I'm just remembering drawing from those memories to remember how flying works.
You spend the round very hard, like having a pitch perfect memory of exactly how manticores fly.
Well, that's not my priority though. My priority is to cast polymorph on Gix so he doesn't die. And turn him into a eagle. If he's still within 60 feet, I do that and then try to spend my move action to fly toward our horse if I can, or try to make progress toward the horse.
I forgot to bring the horse over. Horse is still attached to the cart though.
Exactly. Because if I can cast fly on the horse.
What's the saving throw to resist?
Polymorph?
Yeah.
Why would you
just
resist
counterspell it if it makes it easier.
Why would you resist it? I'm gonna make it so you can fly, dumbass.
Because
I
sure
have a -1 intelligence modifier. Okay.
I'm fixing it.
Give me a wisdom saving throw if you don't mind, please, there, Korggix. Unless you do wish to relent to the strange magical effect that you're unaware of the origin of.
You said wisdom check, right?
Wisdom save.
Oh, wisdom save.
But I mean, just add your proficiency bonus to that if you are proficient with wisdom saves.
No, that's just the 12. Yeah.
So then
So you turn into an eagle.
Nice.
I didn't know haste worked this way here.
So I've been a Scrag dressed up as a bear, and now I'm a Scrag that was dressed up as a bear as an eagle.
Yeah.
So am I still dressed up as a bear
still
eagle?
Dressed up as a bear.
I did warn you that I would polymorph you if need be.
But
like a while ago.
So I was dressed up as a bear.
Right.
Yes.
The bear costume would have joined with your flesh.
Yes. So you're just an
So,
eagle. You're naked
uh,
eagle.
Oh, I wanted to be a bear eagle.
Yeah, whatever bits hadn't just blown away.
Right. I mean, the bear costume did have some holes in it. You definitely would not get your deposit back if it was a rental
It wasn't.
at
I
this
got
point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not in good shape. And I will go ahead and roll perception for Nikki to see if she heard any of this stuff. Just as soon as... Oh, you are not. That is not true. D&D Beyond, you're lying. Sorry, I'm looking at my thing and I'm telling it to filter by my newest created characters, and it was doing the opposite of that.
So I am trying to make my way toward the horse. I don't know how far I get, but
Yeah, you
My move action.
you have near perfect recollection of how manticores fly on Skarn, and it immediately occurs to you how useless that recollection is in this situation.
yeah, well,
But you know that, so you got that going for you.
Yay.
Nikki gets a 15 on her perception, or on her disadvantage. Let's be fair here. Oh, 15 on her perception, so she did hear it. I'm going to go ahead and give her just an intelligence check to see if she can figure out exactly what it was that Millie was saying. Because it's not fair, because I know the answer. That's a natural 1. So she pretty much does kind of what Gix has done and darts herself straight towards the earth. And that brings us to the end of the round. And as the round ends, just to give you an idea of how quickly the ground is approaching, allow me to make a minor modification to the map.
The white thing under us is gonna get bigger.
The white thing under you is going to get bigger.
Yeah. Oh, it's not too bad.
Okay. So at this point, the creatures who have a fly speed are Millie, Gix. Correct? Bless you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think I'm an eagle now. So I should have a fly speed.
Yes. All right, Jedryn, what would you like to do?
Again, there's that word like. So, am I in a position where I can hand over hand my way along the cart that my sister so helpfully bashed me into to get to my horse so we can at least die together?
Yeah, give me athletics or acrobatics at your preference.
Definitely acrobatics.
I'm not letting you die this time.
Yep. 19.
Excellent. You sort of, because you have a sister to lunge off of, you like put a palm, you just palm Zopa's face and put like one foot like right in the middle of her chest and push off and grab the, the wagon.
Yep.
And climb your way to the horse. That's going to be pretty much your whole action. Would you like to take a bonus action?
No, I'm just holding on to Tug's neck like crazy.
All right. Glorious. Cheshire.
Do I realize that Millie is flying and that everyone else is not?
It's pretty obvious. I mean, everyone except Korggix.
Right. I want to try that, but I don't know what I would try. Okay, yeah, I'll start flapping.
Give me a Let's do a wisdom saving throw, please.
You're kind of wise. You can kind of do that.
Sorry, this is just such an anime moment where Millie's just like hovering in the air, holding Cheshire.
Yeah.
Cheshire just starts like wildly flapping his arms. I feel like your eyes are really big.
You're still a little confused about how she's pulling it off, but she is flying and supporting you in the process. Yes?
Yeah.
Is that who you have hold of? Rearrange people a little bit here. Yeah. Yeah, you're still a little unclear as to how she's doing it. You can try to shout to her, how are you doing that?
Yeah,
But it's
I'll do.
very difficult to do.
Okay, yeah, I'll shout how she's doing that. I also want to hold a thunder step. Because if she's flying, she can definitely support someone else, or maybe I can get her down faster to help someone else. Because I don't know how fast she's flying. All I know is she can hover.
Excellent. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Gix, you're in eagle form, so you absolutely have a fly speed. You also have very good eyesight now. Give me a fresh perception check, please.
And it's a giant eagle, so he's large.
How's that solid 3 doing?
Yeah, you don't notice much. You notice you, dude. I'm a giant eagle.
Yeah, that's very on brand for Korggix, to be honest. So, but I'm below everyone, right? So
You are.
because I shot down. So I'll like turn with my back up so I can like look up and see where everybody else is at, because I want to know if they turned into giant eagles.
Sure, I'll let you do that without even a perception check, despite the result of your last one. So you're sort of barrel rolling, so you can look and see.
Yeah, so I'm like falling down like.
None of them are giant eagle. You're more like you know. I mean, if you want to continue going at the same speed, you can because you have fly speed. But otherwise, you're sort of almost like slowing yourself as you roll over and look up, and you see none of them are eagles.
Okay, and can I tell if anybody's falling still?
Most of us.
Yeah,
wagon.
looks like just about everybody except Millie is falling.
Okay, so I'm just kind of confused, and I'm going to hold trajectory because I don't know what the fuck is going on, because now I'm just an eagle.
Right, so you're going to continue going in the same direction, but now under your own power as opposed to the power.
Yeah, I'm gonna slow it down so I can like kind of see what's happening. So because like I have the wingspan, so I'll move it like half my speed, I guess.
Okay. And you are hasted, so you'll if like you know something kicks off, you'll be able to react pretty well and all that jazz. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the buffer below everybody because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
The wagon, despite my greatest temptations to the contrary, doesn't like suddenly manifest, you know, sentience and start asking questions or anything. Would be extra Douglas Adamsy if it did, but no. In fact, it just continues to fall on its initiative. Millie, now that you have mastered flying and you have a hold of Cheshire, and because you got that natural 20, the second factoid you remember about the deepest sky is that in the event that you are piloting a vehicle in the deepest sky, you can extend your perception of down to that vehicle.
Okay. I'm going to yell at Cheshire. You control what direction is up. And then I'm going to attempt to climb into the seat of the carriage so I can drive it.
Okay. Cheshire, roll a perception check, please. With disadvantage because it's very loud. It's fucking tragic. So she yells that at you, and I assume drags you, or are you letting Cheshire go?
I will attempt to drag him if I can, but my main priority is getting to the carriage or the wagon.
Is there any? Are you just going along with this, Cheshire, or are you resisting?
Yeah, I'll go along with it.
All right, so you all make your way onto the seat of the wagon. You're sitting safely as Jedryn climbs into the bench as well.
Oh no, I'm
You're
climbing
on your way
past
to the
and-
horse, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
All right, that will be your whole action, Millie. Zopa, what would you like to do?
Is there any sign of what Millie is doing? Like I kind of climb up on top and I see her. Does it seem like it's having any effect?
So literally the instant that Millie sits in the driver's seat, I would assume, unless Millie wants to continue falling, the wagon stops.
Okay.
That's going to be exciting.
So
Does that mean those of us who haven't mastered flying yet are now under the wagon?
you're about to be. I will give a dex save to see if you can actually, because remember you bounced off last turn,
Right.
so you need to catch it. If you can catch it, you won't be.
Yeah, it'll just go zooming past me. I am going to use that F word that I thought Jedryn was going to use earlier. And then I'm going to look at everyone else who's still falling. So it should be Nikki and
Triss.
Yeah.
Triss.
Mm.
Okay.
And
I'm
Gix.
still, well, I mean,
But you're on the horse who I'm assuming has been caught by the wagon.
Right,
It's
the horse
strapped
is on
in.
the wagon.
Yeah.
The horse is considered part of the vehicle for the purposes of this feature.
Yeah, whole plan.
So, as you're falling, you and the horse are no longer falling.
Nice.
Hmm.
So if I kind of try to airfoil myself over towards the others, can I do that?
You
Kind of like how Gix was aiming his
You can
fall. I
certainly
wanna
try.
aim-
Give me a athletics check, please.
Mm. 12?
You point yourself in that direction, so I'll let you move 15 feet
Okay.
in that general direction. All right, so you're on the same plane as Nikki, up and
And is
down.
Triss is Triss
Relative to
above
the-
or below us?
Triss is on the same plane relative to the stone as you all, except so the planes are, you've got the crystal,
Mm-hmm.
you've got Gix, you've got you, Nikki, and Triss. And
Okay.
you've got the
So
wagon.
Triss is 10 feet away from me.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm gonna shout just in case they didn't hear. Apparently we can fly here. I'm gonna flap my arms and point up.
All right.
is that at me?
I know that would have been at Triss and Nikki because
Ah.
you are all above us at this point,
Mhm.
except for Korggix, who's below us.
Triss,
But Korggix is already flying.
give me perception at disadvantage if you don't mind, please, Triss.
It involves hearing, so it's
Yep,
flat
so
out.
yours is
Nice.
normal. Nikki got a 19.
24, I think. Assuming that's a recent
Yep.
roll.
Nikki shouts, "How!" Zopa, it's your, or not Zopa, Triss, it's your turn.
I
I'll
will
let
try
you make a history check with
a
advantage.
history check. Okay. That's kind of random, but I have proficiency in that.
You remember a past life that has visited this place, and you remember that it's not, you're not flying when you're in the deepest sky. You are determining what direction is down all the time.
So
So it's not
There is
flying.
no down.
It's not right. It's not about flying. It's about deciding which way gravity is going to pull you.
gravity's going to pull me toward the freaking wagon, but very, very mildly.
Triss stops and like slowly floats over to the wagon and sits on
towards the horse, so that I can cast Winged Mount on it, or tell it it's okay, you can fly, whichever works. Because I can talk to the horse.
So the two of you arrive at the horse at the same time, Jedryn and Triss. And that brings us to the end of the... Well, Nikki's going to see if she can just figure out that this is how this works. With a straight intelligence check. Come on, Nikki, are you that smart? Nope. She screams in frustration as the ground... I'm going to call you ground. I wonder if it wants to be my friend.
So when I see that Nikki has not mastered this yet, I'm going to use my reaction to cast Featherfall.
You
and
have
then
Featherfall.
the two of us can just kind of like float for a minute while somebody comes to rescue us.
Well, you'll have to get to her first.
You do have Featherfall. And Featherfall
Had that this whole time.
Yeah. It's like
It's
everyone
true,
within
but
60
I couldn't get
feet or
everybody.
something, right?
Like, it's 5 people, and there are 5 of you, Nikki, the horse, and myself.
You were trying to pick and choose who was going to get the Featherfall.
I was waiting until we got a little closer to the ground, too, because I have a feeling falling at 60 for a minute isn't going to get us to the ground.
Quite possibly.
But what if the ground is sentient and it thinks that its down is up into us?
Right?
Don't.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't give me ideas.
Yeah. It's like a giant slime, but made of mud.
Wait, it's white. It might be a crawling glacier from...
Oh, even better.
Let's not fall into that.
Let's not give Travis ideas.
Right?
I mean, the glacier
Wait.
does move really slow.
Crawling glaciers, but they have a CR of 23.
So as
He
you
has
can
that
see,
super thoughtful look on his face.
it is getting bigger. Everybody, at the start of the next round, please give me a perception check.
I really resisted not saying that's what she said when you said that, but here I am anyway.
At disadvantage again?
Oh, Zopa.
Perception at disadvantage again?
No, this is visual.
Oh, okay.
I haven't rolled higher than a 7, and it's been like 8 rolls in.
Zopa and Gix don't notice squat. Cheshire, Triss, Jedryn, you all notice, and Millie, you all notice 4 creatures that look vaguely humanoid moving around on this rock. If they are in the same rough arrangement of an actual human, they are then the rock is probably about 60 feet across, judging by relative size. The other thing that you notice is that these people, they're very gaunt. They appear to be dressed solely in like robes that look, as near as you can tell, look like they're made from some sort of flayed leather or animal flesh that was never dried.
Ugh.
And they are each holding a pair of scimitars that appear to have crystalline blades.
So they're just walking around going, I hope someone comes along that I can cut on because I like cutting on people. Right, Carl? Yeah, me too.
Kinda. So...
Dandy. Just dandy.
So if you don't mind, I'll let you go ahead. Well, let's keep things honest and in the initiative order. Jedryn, it is your action first.
Okay, so I am now dangling from Lug's neck instead of falling freely through the air. Is that
Correct.
accurate? Okay.
Correct. Well, yeah, and you're basically stopped because you were on the vehicle, so you're not even feeling
Okay.
like you're. It's like
I'm
you're
kind of-
sitting. Yeah, it's like you're mounted on the horse.
Yeah. What the hell is going? Oh shit, motherfuck! All right, now I'm going to use my bonus action to hide on Tug's back and Lug's back. God, I keep getting the name messed up. Basically, I'm going to hide sort of behind the horse's mass so that hopefully when we come and reach the assholes who are probably going to try to stab at us, because that's what happens, I will be able to attack with advantage.
Okay.
We're not moving closer to them anymore.
Oh, we're not? We're just staying where we are?
Yeah, you realize they're not getting any bigger.
Oh, okay.
But 3 of us are moving
Mhm.
closer. Well, 2 of us are definitely moving closer.
Okay.
Yep.
How... What is going on? I say to the people on the bench.
Excellent. Those of you who are on the like actually on the vehicle at this point can interact normally. There's no wind sound.
Yeah,
It's
nice.
almost like dead still.
So I don't have to convince the horse that it can fly.
No, because it is flying under Millie's power at this point.
Okay, I was gonna talk to it. I'm like keeping the
Mm.
petting the horse, keeping it calm. I'll get on it if there's room for both me and Jedryn. There probably is because we're both pretty small.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah.
It could, that horse can seat 2 medium creatures, so you're
When it's a halfling and a
Mhm.
smaller
Yeah.
medium creature, is
Yep.
I'm like 5'2", so
Yep.
yeah.
all right.
So it's okay. It's okay, Tug. It's okay. Stop freaking it. Don't freak out. Good horsey in horsey language.
Any other action, Jedryn, besides just readying a melee attack in case they get close?
Like I said, basically looking around and saying, what the hell is going on? Why can't I hear you guys?
I love it. And you say that, and everybody kind of looks at you and goes, "We can hear each other fine now." It occurs to you that you can all hear one another. At that
It's just the
point, you can-
wind. Oh, okay.
Cheshire, why don't you give me a history check, please?
3.
3?
Oh no, I'm just.
Oh,
Lemon.
History.
I mean,
Oh,
it'll
his-
probably be 3. 17. I just
you're-
skipped the math.
So you remember in all those books you've been consuming lately, you recognize exactly what those guys are standing on that crystal as you clock also that they're looking up at you now.
Mhm.
So there are a group of air gen that are particularly aggressive. Like all air gen kind of don't like followers of the gods,
Mhm.
because the gods imprisoned them and they don't like that very much at all. But there's one group that were exiled from their crystal kingdom, from the city that the jinn were imprisoned in. As soon as they broke out and were able to roam freely, there was one group that was kicked out entirely by the rest of the jinn, known as the Ragged Dervish. And they fill their time, according to legend, by flying around the deepest sky, finding anything that's not another jinn, and slicing its skin off, which they then keep as trophies.
Right. Hey, Millie. We have some friends down there who want to slice our skins off. So 1, thank you for saving my life. I owe you some tea. 2, we either need to run away or most likely head down there, as we still have some siblings plummeting to the skin flaying jinn.
Noted.
All right.
And then
good.
I will yell at Zopa, "Fucking fly!"
You make that out. I'm not going to make you roll for it. Gix, what would you?
I mean, everybody's still falling, and I haven't noticed the skin flaying.
The only two people that are falling now are Nikki and Zopa.
Well, they're falling slowly.
Then I'm maintaining course because I don't have eyes in the back of my head, so I assume I don't see them at all. So
You mean the Jinn?
yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Okay, then I'm doing the same thing I did last time, falling underneath everybody until everybody stops falling.
Excellent.
I don't know. I can just think to go up, but I know I can because I'm a bird.
Right. The wagon awaits its orders from Millie. Millie, what would you like to do? You have a flight speed equal to the wagon's speed now. What would you like to
I'm gonna try and go catch Zopa and Nikki.
All right. They are I mean, this is going to be like trying to grab a 7-10 split. I'll give you a shot at it. So you'll need to make a vehicles roll. And that's going to be at a target number of 15 to get them both. A 10 will get one of them. And either you can decide to let me know now who's your priority, or we can let fate choose.
Zopa's my priority.
Okay.
What am I rolling for this?
Dexterity land vehicles. Which is a funny thing to roll when you're flying, but...
Mm-hmm. You can fly, you can fly, you can fly, dumbass.
You like pull the reins and go, I can show you the world, and like die. And like swoop underneath and grab them in a very like animated Disney-esque sort of fashion.
Nice.
So is our wagon called Raja then?
Everyone is now on the was that the Raja's name?
It was Carpet.
It was Carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
call
but
was the tiger.
Wouldn't the wagon be the tiger in this scenario?
the wagon would be the horse would be the tiger in this scenario,
Yeah.
I think.
Ah, okay.
I also-
so petition to rename
I-
the horse the Raja then.
I would submit that we're overthinking that a little.
As I said when talking about this with a group of players once, so you guys are about here right now. This right here is where thinking is. So this is where you are.
And they
So-
still didn't get it.
So you now everyone is on the wagon with the exception of Korggix, who is still sort of slowly floating down toward the rock. The moment that you scoop them up, all of those of you who are watching see all of the Jinn kind of like look up, and they all, and you see like little clouds of dust kick up from underneath where they're standing, almost as if like if you ever watched Smallville, like when Clark flew for the first time, like that kind of like energy builds around them and then shoots off as they start flying up.
Oh, and the same song starts playing. Somebody save me.
Where's Ronaldo? That's his name, right?
Giancarlo?
Giancarlo.
Funny,
Yeah.
you haven't seen him.
Oh shit.
Well,
Is he in the wagon?
You look in the wagon, no Giancarlo.
Shit. Wow. We needed him.
So Zopa, you have been scooped up. What would you like to do?
Do I see these things at this point, or am I still
Yeah, like you can
ignorant?
as you all look over the edge, everyone except for Gix is now currently aware of the presence of these Jinn.
Okay. Then I am going to go ahead and cast Multiply Missile and bonus action Hide on the Roof. And that'll be my whole turn,
just like a rogue to disappear at the beginning of a fight.
right?
Mhm.
All right, you have hidden. Triss, what would you like to do?
Are they 100 and are they more than Oh, okay. They're like right on top of us. All right.
No, they're
So-
not. I just.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you forget vertical.
Vertical. Okay. Are they within 120 feet
Hold on, let me figure this out.
roughly?
Mm.
You have fallen for 4 rounds. We're gonna do some D&D falling math here.
Oh,
Some of the hypotenuse is equal
I
to
just
some
have a
of the squares
spell
of the
I
two
could
sides.
ranged spell I could throw at them. So.
Yeah, probably not. But let me do some math.
Oh, I can't throw it because it would unpolymorph Gix. Damn it.
Mm.
Oh, you're.
It requires concentration. Gix needs to figure out he can fly so that I can get my spells back.
Gix knows he can fly.
Yeah, I
He
can
just does-
fly.
the thing that the knowledge that Gix is lacking at the moment is that there are Jinn underneath that are about to attack.
No, but Gix needs to know he can fly when not a bird. So I will just prepare Thunder Wave to when they get within range, I guess.
Wow.
Okay, I'm
That'll
gonna
be interesting to see how that works.
I'm gonna take just a moment to level a mild complaint at D&D Beyond that every once in a while you will run into a search term that you're like, oh, I'll search this. This has got to be super easy to find on D&D Beyond, and it doesn't show up in their search terms. Falling damage, D&D Beyond. Falling damage.
Yeah.
People are gonna look for that. Just
Yep.
FYI. All right. Well, I'm trying to figure out how far you've fallen.
Also, search within book, by the way. Search within specific book would
That would
be
be
really handy.
It'd be super handy.
I remember you fall like 500 feet per round. It was something really stupid high.
Fall from a great height is one of the most common hazards of adventuring. If you just type falling instead of falling damage. 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet of fall. A maximum of 20d.
But how fast do you travel each round?
That's they don't
That's
actually have
hard.
rules for that. I had figured all that out. So you've fallen 20, 40, 60 out of the 200 that you were going to fall. So you are 140 feet from them. Right? Because 200 is when you hit maximum. When you hit terminal
40, so
velocity.
still too far for that spell. And in any way, I'd have to drop concentration. So I will not
You
cast
were
it.
exactly far enough to have hit terminal velocity when you hit the thing. Because that would have been funny. So
Of course.
yeah, you're 140 feet from them at the moment.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Still me?
Yeah, you haven't.
No,
taken action,
I
right?
can't cast that spell, so I'm just waiting for them to get into range. I hold my action until they are close enough for me to throw
Excellent.
a spell at them.
Well,
Yeah,
in that case, I will like to.
I need them
add
to be within 60 feet for produce
Beautiful.
flame. Or I think.
Jedryn.
30. Anyway,
Right. Well, those are definitely guys who were coming to kill us for sure. Definitely. So, and given that they're wearing the flayed skins of other vaguely intelligent looking beings, I'm going to assume that talking to them would not do any good.
Safe assumption.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to the old thief standby, which is shoot him in the face, shoot him in the face. So basically, boop, pew, whoop. Let me see if I can pew with my pew pew. Oh my god, I don't suppose a 10 hits by any chance.
Chances are very good that will not.
Yeah. Oh wait, when I'm hidden, do I get advantage?
Yes, if they cannot perceive you, you have advantage.
I'm such a dibbler.
of course you have advantage.
Yeah, so a 24 would probably hit.
I will hit. Which one are you targeting?
Nearest one to, I guess the nearest one to Gix, so probably number 2.
All right. Go ahead and roll that damage, and your sneak
Yep.
attack will apply because you had advantage.
20 points of twang fathuk damage. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to hide. So,
Go ahead and roll a stealth check if you don't mind.
Okay.
So your total damage was 20.
20. A stealth of 27.
Beautiful. I think that'll do it.
I am the wind. Oh!
All right. The first Jinn is going to move toward you at their normal, the peak of their speed, so 90 feet. Let's do a little bit of back of the napkin math. They're now 60 feet from you, right? 40,
Okay.
90, 60, 50 feet.
140 plus 90 would be 50 feet.
50
but-
feet, thank you. I'm no good at math. Okay, so what would they like to do? Why not?
I believe-
They're like, oh, they have weapons. I guess I'm gonna call some friends.
No. Man.
It's a range of 90 feet. This is hilarious. They call forth an elemental servant. Choose an area of earth, air, fire, or water that fills a 10-foot cube within range. We're going to pick that 10-foot cube that's directly behind those of you that are sitting on the bench. An elemental of challenge rating 5 or lower appropriate to the area, so we'll say an air elemental, appears within that space.
In the wagon?
On top of the wagon.
On top of the wagon.
Yep.
What the hell? What the heck?
If we were caught by the wagon, should we be on top of the wagon as well?
You're kind of, yes. So, like, basically directly next to you, an air elemental appears. And that air elemental will roll on its own initiative.
Because Travis likes to be cruel to himself.
I really do. I don't know why I would do such a thing. They are.
Yeah. Our house rule tends to be if you summoned it, it goes when you do.
Yeah.
Just to reduce the number
Well,
of moving steps. But
We have this lovely astral tabletop initiative tracker.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
might as well use it. And so far, despite my computer's behavior for the last 2 weeks, none of this seems to be causing any massive problems.
Yay!
So yeah, there's an air elemental appears directly behind who all is it? Nikki, Zopa. Nikki and Zopa, basically. Let's rearrange these a little bit. Millie, you'd be up here. Cheshire, you'd up here. Zopa, you should be thereabouts. Right. Okay. Excellent. That's that Jin's turn. Cheshire, what you got?
Question for the DM. This is like brightly lit, correct?
Yeah, there's no darkness. It's a nice summer afternoon sky that is not filled with the pollution of a exploding chemical plant.
Not that you're bitter.
Excellent.
Don't worry, I'm far enough away that I'm safe. What's up?
Let's ruin that. So I'm gonna jump up next to the air elemental. Is this a bonus action? No, it's one action. And I'm gonna cast Shadow of Moil.
Oh, nice. Please tell me what Shadow of Moil does and who it does it to.
So it's only me. But flame-like shadows wreath the body until the spell ends, causing you to become heavily obscure to others. Shadows turns light within 10 feet of you into darkness, or dim light into darkness, and bright light into dim light. Till the spell ends, I have resist to radiant damage. In addition, whenever a creature within 10 feet of me hits with an attack, shadows lash out and deal 2d8 necrotic damage.
Okay. So does that happen when they attack you or just if they're near you?
Has hit me with an attack.
Okay, beautiful. All right. Rock and roll. And that's your whole turn, correct?
Correct, yeah.
All right, that brings us to Gen 3. Gen 3 is going to move there 90 feet in your direction. And they're going to be probably a little less... Yep, they're going to start a whirlwind in Millie's lap.
Rude.
No, I should have been
Yeah.
invisible. God damn it.
Millie, I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. That is insufficient. You are
God.
trapped and restrained by this whirlwind.
Trapped and restrained. Wow.
Yep, so you cannot move outside of it without making a successful save. And on its next action, it may move the whirlwind. Another creature can use its action to free you from the whirlwind by succeeding on a DC 18 strength check. Gix, it is your action. Now, from a relative perspective, you basically see these two djinn fly up into your peripherals.
And as I can tell that they're 100% angry and mean because I saw.
They're 12 feet tall and wearing, as near as you can tell, the flesh of humans. Like you see, like one of their shoulders has a very painful looking facial expression of an elf that you can make out because the ear is still attached to it. It looks like they didn't they're not stitched together. They're not treated any way. It looks like they just cut huge swaths of skin off of people and stick them on their bodies.
And I'm still an eagle?
You are still a giant eagle, yes.
So anything I do would be as a giant eagle. So I'm not casting spells anytime today.
That is correct. You are still hasted, though.
Hasted, yeah.
You can attack. Beak and talons.
Right. But well, I could try and eat their clothing off.
I mean,
Because-
you could.
Well, I have a bigger mouth, 1. 2, I would already eat that stuff anyway. And if it's not treated or anything like that, I would get temp HP, right?
Yes, that is all accurately. That is all true.
I'll send the spell to the chat.
Okay. So I would like to try, because I'm a bird, so I think I can fly. I'm going to try and bite one.
Yeah, you flap your wings and fly over there. I mean, creatures with fly speed still have fly speed.
So now the question is, does the eagle have a bite attack, or am I just like...
Eagle has bite attack. Or has beak attack, which is what you're going to be rolling off of. So roll a d20 plus 5 to hit.
22?
That'll hit. Which one are you attacking? The two that are in your view right now are Ginny 3 and Ginny.
Oh, I didn't see 2? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
You can still make it to 3 though. You have enough space.
Yeah, I started back here. I moved myself because I just assumed I saw 2. I will fly at number 1 because I want to be in between.
Okay.
So
you go up and beak them. From the beak, they will take. It's 1d6 plus 3 piercing damage.
Now here's the real question: do I get my other features even though I'm a polymorphed? Because I have features that increase the die size on bite attacks.
Last duration. Statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. It retains its alignment and personality.
So I don't have my features.
Hold on one second.
I know this is super edge case, but I'm like, how does this work?
No, not really.
No, it's not edge case at all. No, you do.
Yeah.
You do not have your features. You are a bird. So you poke it with your beak. You do 6 points of damage to it, and realize that you aren't really even able to bite away flesh of this thing so much. I mean, you bite off the thing of flesh, and it tastes really gross and rancid to you.
Right, like it wouldn't normally. Yeah.
Right.
Unlucky.
You have a talon attack too.
Oh, you do have a multi-attack, so you may also swipe it with your talons if you like.
Oh, nice. What do I roll for that?
D20 plus 5.
I will bird you furiously with my
That's a
birdie
9.
things.
This is to save your life, man.
Mhm.
All right. The 9 misses horribly, in fact.
All right. Well, I'm very sad I'm a bird. I thought flesh would taste good. I guess that's all I got.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Ginny 2. Ginny 2 is going to fly up and join the party.
As one does.
As you do. And they're just going to go ahead and cast invisibility on themselves.
Oh my god.
Wait, oh wait, I'm a fucking bird.
You try to counter squawk, it has no effect.
Just screech
love it.
angrily in the corner.
Mhm.
I can make you go back, but you're just gonna start falling again if you have.
All I
figured out
know
you
is I
can
should have
fly.
counterspelled it originally.
It is the air elemental. The air elemental. Oh wait, I already have their sheet open somewhere over here. How do I do this to myself? So they're going to multi-attack, making one slam attack at Zopa and one at Cheshire. The one coming in at Zopa does a 14 hit.
It does not.
Excellent. The one coming at Cheshire does a 19 hit.
It does, but it should have disadvantage because I'm heavily obscure. It's just pure darkness.
That is correct. Thank you.
God damn
How
it.
about a 19?
Yeah, pretty sure this one does it though.
It's 11 bludgeoning.
Ow.
And then it has to do what with the Shadow of Moil?
Just takes 2d8 necrotic.
Necrotic, you say?
Let me double check. Yep, 2d8 necrotic.
Right, it will certainly just take that. Which seems an odd damage type for an air elemental to take, but hey, why not? It takes 6. And that brings us to the wagon, which does nothing. Pull the wagon out of the initiative. That brings us to Ginny 4. Ginny 4 is going to fly up and is going to cast invisibility on itself. Nikki is going to lunge forward and take a swipe at the.
I don't think I got a turn during that entire round.
We're only halfway through the round.
I mean, since the last time Cheshire went.
Cheshire still. What?
Yeah, that was a reaction
That was a
thing. I didn't
reaction.
actually
Yeah.
right.
Cheshire hasn't gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Cheshire hasn't actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cheshire hasn't taken a
That makes
second
sense.
turn. So Nikki's going to take a swipe with her pike. Behave ourselves here, if you don't mind. There we go. Natural 20. Uh, 18. Her pike is, however, not magical, so it actually only takes 9. She swipes her pike through the center mass of the air elemental, dispersing a small bit of it, which then replaces itself. Now it comes to Millie. Millie, it is your action. You may attempt to free yourself from being restrained if you.
I'm going to just kind of fade out of this realm of existence and ethereal step to the other side of the bench.
Oh. Sure. You ethereal step free of the is that your full action?
Yep.
All right, excellent.
And then I continue to drive the wagon.
Beautiful. Zopa, what you got?
So just to clarify, because it's kind of hard to tell on the map, am I engaged with the air elemental?
Yeah, so the air elemental the air elemental is basically up in you and Cheshire's faces, and then Nikki has now stepped up and entered into engagement with you.
I'm going to bonus action disengage and step back, essentially down next to Millie.
Okay.
Bloopish, kind of around there. And take a shot at Genie, just regular Genie. So because of multiply missile, I have advantage.
Nice.
22.
That will absolutely hit.
Okay, so got 7 plus 10 plus 13, so 23 piercing of a non-magical variety.
So I don't have the book in front of me, and we write these things down so we don't have to remember. Does multiply missile make your projectile magical?
I don't think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It does?
Does it?
Really?
I think so. I think so.
Let me get me the text of multiply missile stat.
Oh.
Hang on one sec.
Should be actually in D&D.
You touch the material component
No,
someone
it's-
next used to
it's a
make a range
Scarlet
attack.
spell.
The spell triggers
I
when the
put it in
spell
there now.
triggers.
Oh.
The weapon or ammunition divides into multiple versions as it of itself as it flies. The attacker has advantage on the roll. On a hit, the attacker rolls the weapon damage die 2 extra times. It adds the rolls together to determine damage. If the attacker scores a critical hit, these extra dice are not rolled again. So it doesn't say.
So it does
but
not make it magical, because
Aw,
otherwise it
man.
would
Right.
say it makes the damage magical. So
Right,
Yeah,
and
that
it
makes
specifically says in the components that it's one piece of non-magical ammunition. So
right.
unless it's said that it made it,
Right.
so I'm assuming no.
Yep. So
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense.
a grand total of 23, 30, so 15.
And your weapon isn't magical.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
So 15 damage
Bow is magical, it would be, but yeah.
to Ginny. Not necessarily. A magical bow firing non-magical ammunition doesn't make that ammunition magical unless it makes it magical as part of the magic properties. This is a big argument I got into with a ranger player I had.
I can believe it. I can believe it. Just oof. Yeah.
Like, what do you mean I can't make 20 magic weapon attacks in a turn with a bow I picked up off a dead goblin? No, dude, that's not how it works. Or with arrows I picked up off a dead goblin. Nope. All right, so you deal 15 damage to the gin and have now earned its saltiness. It is surly, in fact. Also, that is the gin that needs to make a concentration check. I've cracked the nut. This is how this is going to work from now on. When you are making a concentration check in any game that I am running ever from now until the end of time, unless this proves at the table to not work, your DC is going to be either the amount of damage you have taken or 10 plus the spell level, whichever is higher. That is how concentration is going to work henceforth in all of my 5e games.
That's double.
Yeah,
Running
because
rules.
you got shot in the fucking face with an arrow. It's hard to concentrate. You got shot in the fucking face with an arrow while maintaining a level 7 spell. That's hard to keep your head.
But no of a minimum of 10?
No. It's it's one of those two things.
Okay, so if you took 6 points of damage, it's now easier than D&D.
It's the higher of the two. If you took 6 points of damage, well, no, if you took
6
12 points of damage while concentrating on a level 1 spell,
It'd be the 12 points of damage.
it would be the 12 points of damage.
But if you took 15 damage on a 10th level spell, it'd be the 15 damage.
So it's 10 plus the spell level.
10 plus the spell level,
Spell level,
or the amount
okay.
of damage that you took.
Or the amount of damage that you took. Okay.
Whichever is
whichever
higher.
So it's always going to be a minimum of 11 if it's
Right.
the first spell. Got it. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, that spell that they were using is... What spell were they concentrating on? Oh wait, it's not a spell. They're the ones who have the whirlwind up. Does the whirlwind require concentrate?
The air elemental? Or the djinn?
No, the djinn.
Give me half a second. I have too many windows up.
Yep.
Surprising no one. Okay, so the spell does not have a level, so it's just going to be the damage 15, so they need to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15. They do not make. The whirlwind that's between Millie and Zopa disappears.
Sweet.
Oh.
Har, as it were.
Oh, goody. I'm just going to use my... It's my turn, yeah?
Yeah, it is your turn, Triss.
Okay. So the air elemental is in like battle with my family.
Yes.
So I'm gonna throw a little ball of fire at it.
All right.
Does a 12 hit?
Does 12 hit an air elemental? That's a beautiful question. Nope. You fire it, and the air elemental like opens, and the fire
flame just like goes through it. Well,
and
crap.
you notice when you throw this this fire, like this little fire mote through it.
Yeah.
It like spits and sputters as if it's being exposed, like as if the air is like different densities of oxygen in several areas that it passes through. So like it kind of gets a little bit higher and lower and spits and sputters. Kind of like if you blow on a campfire. You imagine that.
Goody.
And that's the end of this round, yes? Any other actions from Triss?
I don't think I have a bonus action I can do. I hold on to the horse and try to... Is anyone driving the wagon?
Millie still is, yeah.
Millie still is, okay.
As long as Millie's on that wagon, Millie is the driver of the wagon.
Okay. I was going to lead the horse if she wasn't, but...
All right, so that's the end of your turn then?
Yeah.
Um,
If I cast anything else, kicks falls, or it doesn't even probably help, so...
Jedryn. It is
All
your
right.
turn. Now you're hitting his shit, so
Yep.
got that going for you.
Did a couple of those guys get ganked or...
No, two of them cast invisibility on themselves.
Ow, including one of the ones that I shot. Well, that's annoying. I guess I'm gonna take a pot shot at just Genie. So, point, twang. Oh, critical hit.
Excellent.
That's always a nice feeling. So that total is 21 points of... Oh, wait. How the fuck? Oh, okay. So wait. It looks like it looks like 41 total, I think.
Yeah, your total critical damage is because the critical damage is tracked separately. So 42.
Yeah.
Meaning of life.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the Douglas Adams references will flow like
Yep.
wine this entire
Oh
year.
yeah, no.
But unfortunately, you're not using magical ammunition or.
Nope.
no.
So it's only
21.
21.
Only 21 points of damage to this.
Cause fuck my life.
To this wish-granting elemental being in its home plane.
Yep. Yeah, which again, I'll take what I can get.
And for bonus action?
Stealth.
Okay.
I did not roll as well.
You did not
But I'm
roll as well, but you are hiding.
Yep. Yeah.
So that brings us to Ginny 1. So now Ginny 1 has a new best friend, and that is Jedryn. It's really going to all come down to Ginny 1, however, cannot see their new best friend. So they're going to fly the rest of the way up and get like nice and personal with Zopa and Millie. And they're going to take those scimitars that they're using, those crystal scimitars, and they're going to make 2 attacks at Millie and 1 at Zopa. So there's Millie 1, there's Millie 2, there's Zopa.
Go ahead and use my reaction to do uncanny dodge on this one, I have a feeling.
Do either of those attacks hit you, Millie?
The 17 hits.
Excellent. You take 12 slashing and 2 lightning.
Ouch.
And Zopa, you will take 17 slashing and 7... Or no, I'm sorry. 20 slashing, 4 lightning.
Okay.
Why would the lightning not double?
It should on a
should.
crit.
And another 6 lightning.
Okay.
So you're an uncanny dodge?
Yep.
And that reduces it by half?
Yep.
All right, sweet. Yeah.
Not that it felt good in either case, but
Yeah.
But you're still up and breathing. Cheshire.
yeah.
It is your action.
Is our friend like close enough to me that I can poke him with the sword?
Which
Jen
friend?
or the air elemental?
Jin. Okay, there.
Both of them are actually like you have a Jin on one side of you and an air elemental on the other.
It's a Jin Oreo. Okay, so then I want to use my bonus action to do that whole turning undead magic thing, which will give me some temp hit points, 9. And then I want to attack the Jin twice. I think because I'm heavily obscured, I have advantage.
Based on what?
I'm heavily obscured, so they can't see me. They just see like a big dark blob.
I do not think. I'm about to check the rules for heavily obscured because, to the best of my knowledge, obscured and advantage disadvantage affects whether your target is. I don't know that. Well, yeah, I guess it's the same as being hidden. So sure, yeah, you're right. You have advantage. So.
Well, it did not matter for either one.
I mean, it mattered quite a bit for the second one.
Second one, but yeah, still 9. So that one missed. If it is able to be frightened, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
Is it able to be frightened? And what, pray tell, happens when you frighten a creature that can grant wish?
It wishes to be somewhere else.
Yeah. It can grant wishes. It can't have wishes.
Yeah.
All right. So you've hit it. It needs to make a what save?
Wisdom save.
Or be frightened. Is it 18 save?
Yes.
It is not
But it
frightened
takes
of you.
13 necrotic.
Excellent. And it is absolutely not resistant to that.
And just for reference, heavily obscured means the creature is effectively, quote, blind to you, unquote. So, yeah.
Yep, that tracks. All right. So that brings us to Jenny 3. Jenny 3 is going to take this turn to fly over here and unleash a multi-attack routine on Triss.
I haven't done anything.
You think, though, it doesn't like that. Do all those hit?
I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
Oof. Ooh.
So we are looking at 12, 27, 42 slashing, and 3, 7,
Jeez.
12 lightning.
Total? So that's... how much total is that?
It's 50...
This is important because I may have 1 hit point or I'm down.
42, so it's 53
I'm down.
total. All right.
I dropped. I'm at 0.
Triss falls unconscious on the back of the
Yeah, I had
horse.
taken no damage at that point.
Mhm.
So can we surrender?
That's
Because
flat 0, right?
that is flat 0.
Excellent. So
I had 53 hit points.
you are stable,
you're-
but
Yeah, so you're hanging from the ropes like, ah.
Yeah, that's flat 0. We are completely outgunned here. Like completely.
you are in fact completely outgunned. That is
Yeah.
not an inaccurate statement.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Gix.
Am I still a bird?
You are still a bird.
I lost my
Oh
concentration.
no! Yeah, you sure aren't. You're a Gix again.
I mean, I can roll the
Um,
check, but I got to roll a DC.
You're not. You're
3,
unconscious.
you said.
Right?
So yeah,
You're
yeah,
unconscious.
All right, so I'm falling and screaming then.
yeah.
Because
Excellent.
I don't
give
know
me a
how to
wisdom,
go up
Give me a
here.
wisdom saving throw if you don't mind, Korggix.
That would just be this. 9.
No luck. Yeah,
Yep,
you start
falling
falling.
and screaming.
What? Ah, shit!
I mean, well, can I cast a spell while falling?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're still hasted too.
Yeah. Do I have sorcery points? That is the real question. I do. So since I don't know what the hell's happening and I'm falling, Gix is kind of just convinced he's gonna die now. And doesn't understand why he's not a bird anymore. But if he's gonna die, he's gonna at least help his siblings. So I'm gonna drop the concentration on my haste. And then do I have to touch people for
I
concentration?
think you have to touch people for haste.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Oh, there goes that. Well, I guess then I'm just gonna scream and yell. Oh wait, no, I have modified True Strike. That I can't read True Strike. So,
Oh, right.
But I think you still
which
have to be
doesn't
within a certain
require. Oh no, it doesn't.
range.
Like 120 feet, which Gix
30
is...
feet. It's 30 feet.
Oh, is
which
it
I
30?
think-
You are not within 30 feet.
Yeah. So, all right, just falling and screaming. It is. See you guys.
Gix has mad
Don't you
air.
have a ranged spell you can throw at one of them?
I do, but I'm falling and screaming instead.
All right, excellent. I endorse your plan.
Understand that.
You do stop falling. That's the good news, Gix.
Oh.
As you are Cuisinarted.
Cuisinarted?
Yeah. Invisible asshole.
By an
Oh.
invisible djinn. Does a 25 get you?
Hit me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Even well, I guess I could.
You could
Wait.
shield.
I can only
Even though-
do one reaction at a time.
You can only react. Yeah, but shield lasts for the end of the turn. But I need to look up. Can you react to something you can't see?
Well, it wouldn't matter because it'd still only be 24, I think.
Oh. Well, it would matter considerably because that's one of the 3 blows coming your direction.
Oh, I just see a 9 on mine.
Yeah, it's because they're hidden, so the rolls are hidden.
Well, then, I mean, I guess I would get hit by that, then react, and just throw up shield.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Like Judge
But
Mills
yeah, the
Landing
first
here
one
and shit.
creams me regardless.
Yep. So that's going to be 13 slashing, 6 lightning.
Okay. And
The air elemental is going to now attack Cheshire and Nikki, who are so two to Cheshire, 1 to Nikki. Do you get a? Do they take that damage every time they deal you damage, or only once per turn?
Every time.
Oh, excellent. Poor elemental is going to beat himself to death on you.
Yep,
I said no touchy.
The first 2 are you. The last one's at Nikki. A 28 obviously hits. Does a 16 hit?
16 doesn't hit, and it has disadvantage because I'm still
Oh,
heavily
okay. So
obscured.
then the first 2 are at you. That's right. Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. So okay, does the 19 hit?
19 does hit.
Okay, excellent. And then the last one goes to Nikki, who's also hit. So you're hit by the 19. That'll be 12 bludgeoning. Why did
And
I roll that twice? It's 12 bludgeoning.
12, so that is. It will take 10 necrotic, and I have to make a con saving throw.
You sure do. You sure do. Oh, you have
I have
advantage on him. Yep.
Yeah, I took Eldritch Mind, so I have advantage on con saves.
Excellent. So you're good. Your concentration is maintained. Nikki takes 7 bludgeoning. Oh, not wagon, Nikki. Back it over here. All right. Okay. That brings us to Ginny 4. Ginny 4 is also invisible. Ginny 4 is 60 feet away, and they can fly 90 feet. So they're going to fly in right here. And they're going
We
to...
can't see where right here is.
Right? The audience
invisible.
can, though.
Well, okay, fine.
So they're going to whirl. You understand... A thought goes through your mind as you're hit by a scimitar you weren't aware was there, Cheshire. As you go, oh, that's why they call them dervishes. As they fire 1 shot off at you, the advantage will cancel the disadvantage. So here's their shot at you. It's an 18. Does an 18 hit?
18 just hits, yep.
Excellent. So that's 14 slashing, 6 lightning, and go ahead and roll your damage to that again.
Okay, so that's 2d8, so 11, 14, so 20. Ho, ho, ho. And what am I rolling twice? 21.
Okay, so you're good to go. Right?
Yeah,
All right. So they take 11.
11 necrotic.
Excellent. The next shot is at Nikki. 19, which absolutely does hit her. She takes 14 slashing and 2 lightning. Oof. And the last shot is at Millie. Does a 28 hit?
Sure does.
14 slashing, 5 lightning. Now that, because these are normal invisibilities, does end their invisibility effects. All right. Nikki is going to swipe at the Djinn, as one does with her pike. Actually, first, Nikki would like to rage.
Jedryn would like to rage, but Nikki actually gets to rage.
She is going to call upon Divine Fury so that she can deal extra damage to this creature if she in fact hits it. And going to make 2 pike attacks at it. First one's a 19, which hits. Second one's a fucking natural 1. Due to the nature of the plane, her pike is blown out of her hands, disarming her. But she got that first hit in, so that will deal That's 5 from that, and damage would be good. Damage would be good. There we go.
Thinky thinks.
Oh, it's just not rolling it, so I'll roll it over here. Oop. 7, so 12 points of damage to the djinn. All right.
Well, 12 points is 12 points, eh?
Millie, it is your turn.
Yeah. Question. Am I driving this like with my brain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't really need to be on the bench.
No, you're effectively the pilot. Wherever you want this thing to go, it'll go.
Cool.
Because you're not driving it, you're deciding which way is down for it and allowing it to move in that direction.
Yeah.
I know this is a really
So I
weird
think-
concept to wrap your head around, but like you're not moving it anywhere. You're deciding which way you're falling.
Right.
If you hover in place, you're kind of just falling in the direction you were just not falling all the time.
So I'm gonna misty step into the carriage of the wagon
Okay.
because being exposed on the bench is not working out well for me.
Can you misty step into a place you can't see?
Good question.
Heck, there's not like a little window area.
I mean, if you want to like bend down and look inside, I'll allow that. Sure. Why not? Yeah. There's a curtain. Normally it would be closed, but I'm nothing if not a generous GM, so I'll allow it. So you pop inside. What would you like to do when you're inside?
Now that I'm inside, I would like to direct the carriage to just slam into whatever the invisible thing holding Gix.
Okay, so you want down to be where you last saw Gix.
Well, like a little bit around that, not directly at Gix.
You want down to be in the vague direction of where you last saw Gix.
But angled upward. But yes.
I'm going to go ahead and let you make a dexterity vehicles roll.
Sorry in advance, Gix. I'm trying.
You're going to make that roll at disadvantage.
I mean, Gix thinks that he's falling, but
It sounds like you want to fall up, which don't tell Gix that.
Oh no.
Well, falling across.
So sorry.
Yeah. Don't
Oh
do
God,
not
you did not
inform-
roll a
I
one.
feel like
Please
it's better.
tell me you.
No, I didn't roll a 1. I just
Okay.
rolled
It was
a
not.
success.
It was not a
No,
one.
I just feel like if anybody tells Gix what's happening, the first thing he's going to do is like, so I could fall this way and just go. "Ah!"
You go zipping past where Gix was. You don't feel any sense of impact. I need everyone who is conscious and on the ship to make a dexterity saving throw, please, because you've suddenly gone basically a dash, right?
On the cart.
Right on the cart. Well, it's a ship at the moment. It's kind of like how anything is Air Force One if the president gets on it. Anything's a ship if it's flying.
Yep.
Excellent. So Zopa, you fall prone. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is it a wisdom saving throw to fall prone on the right thing?
Right. You fall prone and do not immediately do not instinctively think of prone as the cart's current location. You see what I'm saying? So like you fall and are now just again falling in the default direction you were originally falling because you still
Right.
haven't gotten
That's what I was
over
gonna
that
say, 'cause-
yourself. Right.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I ever figured out. Yeah, totally. Perfect.
Good news is you're 80 feet closer to impact when that happens.
Nice.
So you got that going for you. Everyone else, you know, have advantage on dex saves, right? Zopa?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, I know rogues eventually get to like, I have advantage on everything that has dex on it.
Right?
And I rolled a 2. Oh, I mean a 10.
Yeah.
Um,
I just dex the dex.
I rolled a 1.
Right.
Oops, I mean a 10.
Right.
Hey, look, I never botch. So
Only on their skills they're proficient in.
right, but I mean,
Yeah.
right, but you know that could be up to like 7 skills, you know, and it's all the ones they use. So you are falling. The bright side, the best news that Triss has gotten all day is that as she is unconscious, she's effectively an object, which means that she just floats there.
On the back of the horse.
You were on the back of the horse.
Oh, I get it.
The horse can't grab you, so you're just kind of floating in place on the plane that you were on. So
Next to the horse.
So as we are now, that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap things up for. Well, actually, let's get Zopa's turn in. Zopa, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, so knowing I'm about to die as I pancake on the ground, I'm just gonna like turn in the air and fire one last volley off at this douchebag.
All right.
Because what a douchebag. Phew. Does 15 hit?
No. So you start playing. So I need each of you to make a note on your sheet. Millie, or no. Who's where? Okay. Triss, you are at plus 140 because you never started. Because once you got the thing, you weren't moving downward at all, right? So you're at plus 140
Feet from the thing.
From impact, right? Zopa, you are at plus 40.
Okay.
And also put a 20 in parentheses there. That's how far you actually fell. Everyone else is at 140 minus 80 is
60.
Everybody else is at plus 60. And then, nope, not everybody else. Gix, you're at plus 90.
Hasn't been falling. Got caught.
He's been like slow falling because he had his wings out this whole time, so he's going.
Yeah, but I did haste my action the first round and move like 60 feet immediately.
Yeah, but I mean in terms of velocity.
Right, you're not. You will start being in danger of taking falling damage, basically this next turn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then the last thing I need you to track, Millie, if you don't mind, right on your sheet, that the Jinn and all their friends are at plus 140.
Plus 140.
Yep. So, questions, comments, complaints, or concerns?
Yeah. 1 or 2. Major. This is way beyond what we should be able to deal with. The CR on this is
It's a tough fight.
way out of our league.
It's a tough fight. I would recommend not getting into it.
Elementals are my favorite enemies.
I feel like this is going to be a TPK right now. You just lost your healer. I don't see how
It's
we're going
not
to.
It won't be a
Possible
TPK right
that
now. It'll be TPK next week.
It's not impossible
Yeah.
that we will suffer a TPK. It's not impossible that you will come up with something brilliant. It's not impossible that there are resources that you have at your disposal you haven't used yet. It's not impossible that one of you is carrying weapons that belong to a god and basically auto-kill everything you throw at them, and those weapons haven't been deployed yet this turn. So,
I'm
or
the
this
only one
combat.
that can drive.
It's okay. Soon Gix will live out his lifelong dream of being a pancake.
So
it's D&D. Anything could happen.
You asked if we had questions, comments. No.
I'm not saying from a CR perspective. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
But having enjoyed concentration a couple times, Chaz, you're the only one that made any concentration checks, right?
Yeah.
I did.
Did you make concentration?
Yeah, but it was a DC 53.
Well, I mean, you didn't. You were knocked unconscious. That ends the
Yeah.
concentration, so there's no concentration check to be made.
Yeah.
How did that feel from an impact perspective? How did that feel?
I mean, I liked it. Like, one of the things with concentration checks is by the time you're like level 5, they don't really matter.
Right. And now they matter.
Right.
Right.
And so, like, I took Eldritch Mind because, like, I'm kind of squishy. So I want to have advantage on concentration check, which you never really needed. But now, like, that Eldritch Mind came in clutch. It was like, oh, I have advantage. Thank God, because I would have lost this. And then I would have just been like this dragon, like, oh, hi, 12-foot genie. So, like, it really made that choice feel impactful. So I'm a fan of it so far.
Sweet. Well, and I'm sure, obviously, we're going to run, we'll be running, and it may or may not, play out that this turns out to be bad. But I think I might have cracked the nut. Maybe. And we had some
worried.
Lil Nidus in chat was pointing out, like, I'm gonna pop level 5 magic missiles at a caster, so they like 14 darts, and it's difficulty 15 for everyone that hits them. Like, yeah, you absolutely you can do that. You can also wind up on the receiving end of that shit. Like,
Right.
yeah,
like
I was thinking instead of just a flat +10, it'd be the caster's level plus
how
damage.
your level doesn't.
Then it wouldn't make sense if you're fighting a CR 30 fucking creature.
Well,
Right.
and level when it comes to NPCs or figuring out the level or
Right.
proficiency of an
So
NPC is
that's why I was like,
hard.
I look at it. I look at it like this though. WotC's tested the fuck out of this game.
Yeah, and some broken shit got through.
Yeah, got through. But I also make the agreement when I'm running my games for my players is I follow the rules of the system. That's an agreement I've made with my players.
No,
Right. But, like, that's a very specific thing. Like, my players know, like, WotC for me is a baseline thing, but it's a very different system. Like, that's the benefit of D&D. You can play the system a lot how you want. As long as you have, like, consistency, people tend to be on board. It's like,
And
yeah.
There is that consistency.
If we run into a situation where the dice do something funny and I'm like, that didn't make any fucking sense, I'll drop it like a bad habit right there. But I think, like, because it just, to me, it doesn't, that very situation that was described in chat is the thing that doesn't make sense to me about concentration. If I'm concentrating on a spell where I'm pulling together the arcane forces of the universe to do this massive earth-shattering effect, and then I get pelted in the face by 20 force projectiles, that's probably going to fuck with my ability to, like, keep channeling that energy. You know what I mean?
Well, but you're still making X number of saves. But
Yeah.
I don't.
You still have
concentration.
You still have a means of beating it.
I have issues with concentration anyway because you can only be concentrated on one spell at a time. All of my spells, I ran through my list of all my spells except heal required concentrate.
Right.
I couldn't do
Druids.
shit. Gix was a to keep Gix alive. The only thing I could do was a cantrip.
I have zero
sucked.
problem, by the way, with the spell driver. Spell driver?
Yeah.
Is that the feat from Critical Role? So if you want to take that feat, I'm 100% for it, where you can maintain concentration on 2 spells at once.
Okay.
Oh, hey, that's my Warlock subclass.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. And again, because, I think I think some of these tweaks, if you introduce something where we're going to make X thing a little bit harder, let's introduce a choice you can make as a player to negate some of that additional difficulty. Yeah. That's fine. But the thing that doesn't make sense to me at all is, I have to stop game to do math every time, every fucking time somebody has to make a concentration check. Which means if I have 5 casters involved, which it's 5e, so everybody's a caster, then I have to stop combat 5 times to do more math to figure out every time concentration has been interrupted.
This is the same complaint I had about ultra-realistic military sims when you shoot someone with a shotgun. They're like, I'm fine.
It's like, huh?
No, you're really not.
Super realistic, by the way.
Yeah,
They're
you're
like,
missing.
yeah.
You're missing a finger. You may still be upright and
No,
able
but
to fight.
but you don't
like,
understand. They had tier 6 armor on, so they're immune to all of that blunt force trauma from that blast. Didn't you know? They're not on
Oh.
their back out
And
of
there's-
air and like.
We could wax
I'll
intellectual all day
run them
long
through
about.
cyber
Yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah.
straighten their shit out.
There's some.
Anyway, I
there's
don't
some
think our
game
viewers
design
care.
things. Oh, I think our viewers love these conversations. But no, there's some things like, you know, in any game, if you're wearing armor and you get shot with a fucking ballistic weapon, it not stunning you, just no save, no, like you're just fucking stunned because sure, you didn't get pierced with a bullet, but you did get kicked in the chest by a horse. That's how bulletproof
Right,
vests
yeah,
work.
that's exactly what that has ramifications outside of. Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, there's a little window into how my design brain works. Let's go ahead and do our outros. We will be back here this time next week to talk about some more, like, what's our fate? How do we get out of this situation? See if we can survive. See if some of us can survive. What happens if some of us don't? What happens to the family if some people don't make it? The dice will fall where they may. That's my pledge to the audience, my pledge to the people at the table. Let's start off with our outros with Gix. Please give us your pertinence and where people can find you.
I'm Tric, or the Hair Trick. Cosmic Horror and puns are hilarious. Like I said earlier, he, him, playing Gix. Just they're also he, him. They're gonna be dead, but they're gonna be dead looking real good soon.
You'll leave behind a pretty smear.
Yeah. You can find me just about everywhere at the Hair Trick, because again, you know, puns. But Patreon is Hair Trick Productions. I'm super close to basically writing a dictionary for my second language. So if you're interested in nerd stuff, I think I did a big post about it today that I had typed up a while ago, and I'm hoping to have, like, here's a bunch of words that are privy to the second language I've been working on. And if you're interested in just hanging out and vegging out and talking about stuff and doing things, I finally finished my Stalker playthrough on my Twitch. So now I'm playing Workers and Resources Soviet Republic because it's hysterical. But it's also the best city builder I've ever played in recent memory. Like, better than City Skylines, better than all that. So if you're interested in a level designer playing a city builder game, come hang out and chat. The game's just a backdrop anyway. We can talk about whatever. So, yeah, that's me.
Sweet. Next up, Millie, give us your pertinence, please.
Hello, my name is Ayli. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Millie, the Tiefling Ranger, whose pronouns are she, they. I am a fetish model. You can find me on Twitter at Kitty Curiosity. I am also part of an X-rated D&D group called Roll for Seduction, and you can find us on Twitter at Roll Seduction or online at rollforseduction.com. Only check my stuff out if you're an adult, please.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you all have a Twitch now?
Oh, yes. We are on Twitch now. Occasionally, we do some safe for work one-shots sometimes.
And that happens where at?
Roll for Seduction. I'm pretty sure it's just that.
Pretty sure it's twitch.tv/roll4seduction.
Yeah.
So you can check out the crew in a safe for work environment if you so choose. All right. Next up we have Cheshire. Please give us your pertinence.
Can confirm it is not twitch.tv Roll for Seduction.
Woohoo! All right. We'll solve that mystery.
I can't type. I'm an idiot. I put seduction.
We have confirmed it is not twitch.tv/roll for seductification.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
All right. Cheshire.
Hi, so I am Chaz, he, him. I'm a PhD student who studies video games and music and storytelling, that combination. And I play Cheshire, the warlock who has so many friends, just so many friends. He's not necessarily upset about that. Like, more friends is good. Sometimes you just have to make friends through, like, stabbing. It is what it is.
That's true. That's true. You have a girlfriend. I would also remind you have a girlfriend that you can always run to for help.
Yeah, She I was like, maybe I should call her. Like, no, not yet. We still have like 2 seconds before we hit the ground. We're good.
Right. Yeah. Last minute save. You have options.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put you in a situation that I didn't think of 10 ways to get out of. Promise. All right. So, where can folks find you? Any news you want to share? Anything like that?
So I'm not on the internet unless I'm here. At some point, I will be streaming again. I think Scion. I'm in the works talking to people about that. So once I have more concrete stuff, I will let you all know.
Yeah, and Chaz had an awesome Scion game that I am looking forward to going over to twitch.tv/The Onyx Path, which is, you may very well be watching this stream on that channel, which is fine. If you're subbed, you can watch it right away. Otherwise, I think the VOD goes public in a week, and it's going to be on YouTube shortly. Of Scion, it was Dragon versus Masks of the Mythos.
Yeah, I think we ended up calling it Cthragan v Drathulu.
Oh, nice, love
Yeah,
it.
Drathulu.
Drathulu, yeah.
So definitely head over and check that out, and leave some lovely comments on it, and tell people how awesome of a story guide Chaz is, because Chaz, you are awesome. And if I could just pay you a living wage to fucking run Scion on the channel, I would. And I am not the only person on X-Path that thinks that. So thank you very much for being
so much.
Our sort of steward of that line on Twitch. All right, I guess that brings us to Jeremy. I don't have anything fucking nice to say about you. So what's your pertinence?
Yeah, let's just continue it. Having been a player in Chaz's Scion's game, it was a ton of fun. Next. I'm Jeremy Hochhalter, he, him, playing Zopa, she, her. You can find me here on Twitch at WH Publications or over on Twitter at WH Pubs. Recently, myself, Sarah, Fran, Travis, and some others were part of a collaboration called Friends and Foes of the Frostlands. Look, there's a link.
Here's a link right there in the chat. Go buy it.
Yeah, I saved you time. Go pick that up. It is a NPC guide with some new spells, some new magic items. It is essentially, oh, you're not wearing a shirt today, Travis. It is essentially Wise in the Wicked for Fenrir Lake. So yeah, go check that out.
All right. Next up, we have Triss. Triss, please give us your pertinent details.
Change the order.
I did.
I'm so confused.
There's a whole new overlay.
I can't never got the Twitch thing to load.
I better stop doing
I'm
that,
Sarah
'cause
Stewart.
we're
I
gonna
wrote
get
this
dinged.
book for the Scarred Lands, Vigilance,
Yes,
Shadows and
yes.
Dreams, along
Co-wrote.
with Fran. You can find all of our stuff at, I'm Sarah Stewart. She, her, she, them. I played Triss. You know all that stuff already. Anyway, you can find all our crap at morelikethisindustries.com. Except the link to Friends and Foes, which I said last week I'd put up there, and I still didn't put it up there, so I need to do that. But yes, go check out Friends and Foes of Frostlands because it's awesome.
You'll get it up there one of these days.
Anyone actually went to our website, sure.
It's more like industries. It's more,
More
like
like
this.
More like this
Industries.
industries.com.
The brand new.
Brand new, yeah.
You all know, anyone who's been on my channel before knows.
Yeah.
That I have a actual like psychological inability to type and talk at the same time.
You are not alone.
I'm not, but it's getting progressively worse. I think either I'm suffering neurological damage or probably more likely just getting old.
Happens
all right,
even
and
in the nicest homes.
That brings us to Jedryn. Please give us your pertinence.
Hi, I'm Fran Stewart, she, her, and I'm playing Jedryn, the falling halfling rogue, also she, her. I'm Sarah's wife, and so that means that basically I work on whatever she works on, and mostly that's Scarred Lands. So yeah, I endorse Friends and Foes of the Frostlands because the NPCs everybody came up with were just fantastic fun. And we had a lot of fun coming up with quest tie-ins and titles and stuff. So, go check it out. It's cheap. Have a good laugh. And come find me on Twitter at Ronald Valor and say hello, because I really do like meeting new people.
Excellent. And I suppose that leaves me. sorry. I'm just making a note in chat. Those last two links are in error because I'm either typing wrong or something else is wrong. So don't click those. I don't know why they're not working, but they're not. All right, so I'm Travis Legg. I'm he, him. When I'm not running this shit show, I run other shit shows on this channel and over at twitch.tv/The Onyx Path. My latest drive-through release, aside from the aforementioned Friends and Foes of the Frostlands, I had the extreme honor and pleasure of working on Lathine's Curse, which I served a development capacity on for Zachary Naldrit. I hope I didn't mangle your last name, Zach. It's a really solid Scarred adventure with a super fun, awesome, creepy antagonist, and I highly recommend picking it up. Zach was one of the backers for Dead Man's Rust, who backed at the level to basically hire me as the developer for their Solution Vault thing.
And apparently made good on it, which is awesome.
Real good on it, and made real light work for me. So thanks for the extra kind donation to getting the book made, Zach, because I really just had to kind of spell check a few things and give a piece of advice here and there.
Nice.
It was a really good story. I was very excited to be able to work on it. So please run over there, toss Zach money. Just in the name of 100% transparency, my name is credited on that book, largely so that it'll show up in the list of my things. I don't make money off that book, Zach does. So give it to him because he's awesome. What else did I want to tell you about? We just wrapped up Onyx PathCon, so if you haven't subscribed over at twitch.tv/The Onyx Path, you should, because there's a ton of content up there. And who wants to wait a week, really? So go give them a sub. The last thing I wanted to let you know is my upcoming schedule. So this week, I'm off tomorrow, and by off, I mean I'm going to probably not turn on my computer, find the deepest hole I can hide in, and stay away from everything, because it's been a long week. Provided that I can still breathe. So far, I haven't noticed any weird side effects of being near this chemical fire, except for my new concentration mechanic. But other than that, I'm kidding. I came up with that. Everything seems to be fine. Then Wednesday, I have Extreme Drowess here at 8:30 p.m. Central, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, where the ladies have arrived in Sithicus. Was fun. I got to run a flashback of the Cataclysm last week, and I almost X-carded myself while I was running it.
Oh my god. that takes talent.
I was like, and then Soft draws back, and I was like, oh god, that's dark. It's, and if you're not familiar with Dragonlance fiction, there's some fucked up shit in it. And then Thursday we'll be back here for The Witcher, which I'm super excited about. Which also she'll never brag on it herself, but Fran was an editor on.
A little bit, yeah.
So yeah, good job with that. And
it's a really fun game system. I gotta say, I love a lot of the approach that's taken, and just to brag briefly on Cody Pondsmith, I love the fact that he goes into the weeds about how they thought out the things that they thought out, how they included what they included from the books and from the games and so forth.
Yeah.
Also, the magic items are fucking awesome.
It's dope, and it's got a really cool world states chart in it, so you can like decide, like based on your Witcher playthrough, what the world is like when you start your tabletop game, which is super cool. Yep. And then definitely be here for that. I've got some really fun guests coming on that stream. So we've got Kelly from Dork Tales is playing our Witcher. Melinda Denano, who, if you're a fan of the channel, you know she plays in my Extreme Drowse game. She's playing a mage. We've got Matches Malone from Second Wind Gaming, who was running a Scarland stream on this channel. And he's playing our Druid. And then we've got a bard being played by Zach Goings of Stoneworks Gaming. I remembered them all. Look at that. So that'll be a lot of fun. Please check that out. You can always help me keep the lights on at patreon.com/TravisLeg, where you can get early access video on demand for everything we stream here. Same subs also get early access video on demand. So if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing to this channel. I think I've rambled enough, and I've kept us super late. Sorry. So you kids be good to yourselves and each other. If you've not yet done so and your health permits, please get a vaccination. Please go do it today. It's good for you. It's good for everyone you love. So just do it. There's no reason not to, unless your health, unless your doctor tells you otherwise. Until then, be good to yourselves and each other, as Mayor Jerry Springer always used to say. Bye.